Welcome into After the Whistle, a very special edition as we are set here in the Fargo Dome. The Dakota Bowl wrapping up this weekend, and what a fun weekend it was. Luke Gamble here with Tristan Thomas. Tristan, your first Dakota Bowl. Let's start there. Initial impressions from Friday.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. I mean, the crowds really got loud. It doesn't really fill up in here. That'd be a tall ask for some of these communities to do, but really the Dome, it's always louder in the Dome, right? Yeah, it was a fun weekend, and each game really had fun elements and interesting elements to each of them, really. Yeah,
and we start with the 9B matchup. Cavalier taking on New Salem Almont. Both undefeated teams, so there was a lot at stake here. Cavalier, their fourth straight trip to the Dakota Bowl. They haven't won one, though, in quite a while. New Salem Almont hadn't won one since 1986, so that was kind of a fun setup from the historical side of things.
Oh, and by the way, last year these teams played a great semifinal. Tough loss for the Holsteins in that game, but, you know, eventually they really... Both teams kind of deserve to win. I feel like this game, it was a back-and-forth battle.
Yeah, that's right. Couldn't have both of them win, though. The Holsteins win it in overtime as Cavalier can't convert the two-point conversion. Head coach Steve Kleingen's first ever state title in 26 years as the head coach of the Holsteins. Here's what they had to say about it, what it means for this community.
It's hard for me to describe it. The community, the fans, you know, the school, it means so much, and it's been such a long time in coming that I'm just so happy that these guys were able to bring it home for them.
It means a lot to bring one back, and there was a lot of players in the previous years from the 16 and 17 and 18 years where they were in the semis and made it to state those 2 years that were in the front row here cheering us on, and I think it meant a lot to them for us to bring one home for them too.
So a very monumental day for that community. So great to see the enjoyment that those guys that got out of it. But let's talk about the game itself. Really a battle of two different halves if you look at the whole game.
Yeah, really, the offenses made plays when they needed to, converted on drives when they needed to. Maybe none more important than the Holsteins getting that late touchdown to go down 2, and then the two-point conversion to tie it, and then what do you know? We're going to overtime for the first time since 2009.
Yeah, huge there. It was 14-6 going into the half, and it kind of felt like Cavalier had all the momentum, and New Salem Almont's fans really got into it in the second half. Like you said, the offenses. I think the thing is I think we probably saw New Salem Almont throw the ball more on Friday than they have all season. I mean, they really went to the air and aired it out a lot, so that was something that was working their way, and here's what receiver Wyatt Kuhn had to say about the performance of the Holsteins offense.
Passing was good. Ty, the quarterback, put the ball on the money every single time for me. I just had to go up and make it. And the line, AJ, Alex Pittman, and Levi Becker did a really good job blocking. Brock put his head down and just kept running for us.
So you said it, New Salem got that late touchdown. The two-point conversion was huge, though. I mean, they pretty much had to have it before they gave Cavalier the ball back. New Salem had it one last time at the end of regulation, threw an interception, so that sent us to a really fun overtime period.
Yeah, I mean, once we got there, you almost forgot about the whole first half, right? I mean, that overtime was pretty quick, but really consequential. You know, the Holsteins get the touchdown, the two-point conversion, and then, you know, Cavalier comes down, nice touchdown to make it a two-point game, but then it all came down to that last play.
Yeah, that's right, and it was a huge last play. It was the defense that stood it up again, an incomplete pass for Cavalier on that last two-point conversion that was the difference maker. Here's what A.J. Hines had to say about the way that defense played on Friday and what it meant to get that one last stand.
We rushed really well, and we had it all covered up, and we had a knockdown, and that was it. I mean, just unmatched feeling when you're going out there for that two-point conversion, knowing that this could make or break you.
Defense played really good. The cornerbacks did a really good job staying with the wide receivers, and our defensive line did a really good job pass rushing.
I know we gave up, 26 points, but I'll tell you what, we had some huge stops, some timely turnovers. I thought defensively, those kids, that's a great football team and extremely talented on offense. And I thought we did a great job, gave up a couple big plays. Hey, it's 9-man football. It's going to happen, but we hung in there and got the job done.
Well, the Holsteins heading back to New Salem Almont, state champs for the first time since 1986. AJ said it after the game. They finally get to add another year to that sign out by the road in New Salem. Well, we're not done yet. We've got 3 more games to look back on right after the break. We'll be back with more After the Whistle after this.